my name is Danny and this is Sahana, and we're two physical therapists at Breakthrough. We're going to be taking you guys through an upper body workout today, and we're going to start off with our warm-ups. For the first exercise, we're going to be doing a standing tricep stretch. You're going to raise your arm behind your head. You're going to hold with your opposite arm and pull your elbow back, and we're going to hold that for about 20 seconds. Make sure that you're continuing to take nice deep breaths. Try and relax your upper shoulders. And we're going to go ahead and switch over to the other side. For another 20 seconds here. I'll show you how it looks from the side. You're keeping your back straight. Your head can come forward a little bit. And you're going to hold until you feel a good stretch on the back of your arm. Good. For the next exercise, we're going to be doing a standing lat stretch. For this, we're going to go ahead and use the wall. We're going to stand over here. You're going to put your arm on the wall, and you're going to lean into it until you feel a good stretch on this part of your side. Alternatively, you can do what Sahana's doing, which is leaning against the wall like this, and she's pulling her body away from the wall. So I'll show you from another angle here. This is what it looks like. And after 20 seconds, we're going to go ahead and switch over to the opposite side. I'm going to have my hand on the wall, and I'm going to lean into it, and Sahana's going to do her version on the left side as well. So for our last warm-up stretch here, we're going to be doing a standing W on the wall. You're going to have your butt, your back, and the back of your head making contact with the wall. You're going to have your hands up here in a field goal post position, or a W. And what you're going to do is you're going to drop your elbows down, you're going to squeeze the shoulder blades in towards your side, and you're going to come back up. We're going to do this 20 times. I want you to make sure that your chest doesn't puff out off of the wall. You're going to try and keep that low back nice and flat towards the wall. It doesn't have to touch, but try and get it as close as you can. Try and make sure the back of your hands also stay against the wall as well. Make sure they're not coming off like this. Alright, that's the last warm-up exercise. We're going to move on to some harder ones coming up. So for our first weighted exercise, we're going to be doing a bicep curl with two different variations. I'm going to be doing a harder variation where I'm going to be standing on one leg like this. And I'm going to curl up with my palms facing towards the ceiling, back down to a neutral position where my palms are facing my body. Sahana is going to do the same thing in a little squat with both legs on the ground. And we're going to be doing 2 sets of 8. Make sure you're controlling the weight on the way down and you're not just letting that weight control you. You're not dropping the weight down towards the ceiling or towards the ground. Good. I'm going to go ahead and switch sides with my leg here, and Sahana's going to do the same thing in her mini squat for another 8 repetitions. Great. So for our next exercise, we're gonna be doing a double cross extension. Sahana's gonna be doing a harder version with a little more weight. I'm gonna start off pretty light here. We're gonna do 2 sets of 8. Let's get started. That's 2. All right, we'll take a little break here. All right, and go. As you get fatigued, make sure you don't start swinging your body backwards. You're keeping everything nice and stable, keeping your core tight. All right. For the next exercise, we're going to be doing a plank climb up on the ground. I'm going to be doing a harder version in a push-up position, and Sahana is going to be doing a modified version on her knees. Okay, we're gonna go for 2 sets of 8 with this one as well. Ready?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, that was 1 set. Make sure and keep your core nice and tight. Make sure that you're creating a straight line as if you were in a plank position the whole time. Ready for the second set? Okay. All right. Last strengthening exercise, we're gonna do prone swimmers. So Sahana's gonna demonstrate this. This is her starting position and she's resting on the ground. We're gonna have her squeeze her shoulder blades together. She's gonna lift her hands off the ground a couple inches. She's gonna come all the way up with her arms above her head, back to a resting position, and she's gonna relax, return to the starting position, and repeat. We're gonna do this for 8 repetitions and 2 sets. That's number 2. 3. Try your best to make sure you're not shrugging up your shoulders towards your ears as you're raising your arms up overhead. And don't forget to squeeze the shoulder blades with each repetition, lifting up the front of your shoulder off of the ground. All right, we're gonna start our second set here. Sahana's going to squeeze her shoulder blades together, lift up her hands, reach overhead, come back to a resting position, and repeat. This is our second set. We're gonna go for 8 repetitions again. So now we're gonna start our cool down exercises. For the first one, we're gonna be doing a cat camel stretch. You're gonna be on your hands and knees. Make sure your hands are placed underneath your shoulders, your knees are placed underneath your hips. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna round out the back, tuck the head in, look at your knees, and then we're gonna do the opposite of that. We're raising our head up towards the ceiling and we're arching our back. Okay, we're gonna do this repeatedly for 20 seconds. Ready? Okay. Next, we're gonna be doing a child's pose, and we're gonna add a little bit of side bending to that as well. So first, we're gonna get our knees apart. We're gonna reach forward towards the ground, and we're gonna hold this position. And then we're gonna go ahead and walk your hands over to your left side here, and we're gonna hold this for about 20 seconds. Try and let everything relax, drop your head. And you'll really feel a stretch through this right side here on the side of your trunk. After 20 seconds, we're gonna walk our hands over to the opposite side and we're gonna do the same thing. And you should feel the stretch on the left side of your trunk. Let's bring yourself back to the center, sit up, and we're gonna move on to our last cool down stretch. So we're gonna end with a forearm stretch since we've been doing a lot of work with weights and we've been doing bicep curls as well. What we're gonna do is you're gonna have your arm out like this, you're gonna pull your hand back, and you should feel this on your forearm. We're gonna hold for about 20 seconds here. Make sure that elbow is completely straight and you're pulling your fingers back as far as you can. You should feel a good stretch through here. And maybe if your biceps are really tight, you might feel it up here as well. And now let's go ahead and switch sides. We're gonna do the same thing on the opposite end. We're gonna pull your hands back, keep your elbow straight. And again, you should feel it on your forearm. And maybe even in the upper arm over here if your biceps are very tight. We're gonna hold for 10 more seconds. And relax. And that's it for our exercises for today. Hope you enjoyed the workout.